Hey guys, this is Panic King here, and I'm bringing you pretty much a reminder video just so that you guys know that next Monday, the Moab with Every Gun Show episode 1 with the shotguns will go up. In case people were wondering why it wasn't up yesterday, this week is still going to be regular gameplays. And yesterday I did want this video to go up, pretty much the reminder video, but my internet was going really slow, and then I got busy, so I had to leave my house, and I didn't get back till late. So I ended up wanting to do it tomorrow, which today is tomorrow. Okay, now I'm confused, but today is Tuesday now, and I almost didn't get to upload this today either because I started up my computer so I could start doing the commentary, and it just kept rebooting, and I have no idea what it was doing. It just would start up and then reboot, start up, then reboot, and it would just keep going, keep going, keep going. And I text messaged my friend. I was like, hey, you gotta help me out. My computer's somewhat, I guess, messing up. And then he tried helping me. I was telling him what was going on, and then randomly it started working. I was like, okay, never mind, it's working now. Okay. And I really can't afford for my computer to really give out on me. I have too many important files on this computer. I have the Moab with Every Gun Show, the shotguns, pretty much. I have 2 episodes stocked up, so I really can't let those go because the shotguns are really hard to get. I'm not gonna lie, they're a lot harder than I would have expected them to be. So for me to lose them and then pretty much have to go record them again, that would be pretty bad. I would probably have to move back the Moab with Every Gun Show. Instead of it starting on Monday, I probably have to move back the show if I have to go record it again. But luckily, I do have an external hard drive, so I'm pretty much transferring most of my videos now onto my external hard drive, so I won't have to lose them. So that's a good thing about actually having an external hard drive, but still, I really don't want my computer to really give out on me, because if it does, then I'm going to have to go back to my laptop to rendering videos, and rendering videos on my laptop took probably like 6 hours for like a 6-minute video or something. It's really slow. It was just bad. And now with this computer, it really just takes me probably like 30 minutes for a 5-minute video or something, or a 6-minute video, so it's not that bad. Compared to my laptop, it's really really awesome. So I really don't want to move back to my laptop. And this gameplay, it's actually a little bit kind of interesting, I guess. The clan that we're playing against, Wolf, they entered the previous game before this one, late, and they got dominated bad. And in the pre-game lobby, they were talking a lot of crap. They were like, oh, we're so much better than you. You got lucky that we entered the game late. My KD is higher than yours. I probably should have checked their KD, but after this game, I know that they're lying. But they were like, my KD is a lot higher than yours. Your party is garbage. We're so much better than you. And right here, I don't know how I didn't kill that guy. But they were just talking a lot of shit. And I was a little bit worried, I'm not gonna lie. Usually when a clan starts talking shit to me, I do get a little bit worried because they could be really good. I have no idea if they're good or not because I have yet to play them. And they entered the game late, and they entered it like at 195 to like 50. And so they were already getting blown now, and I really didn't find anyone at the end of the game. So I had no idea if they were really good. And so I was a little bit worried, and I was recording for the Moab with Every Gun Show. So then I was like, okay, I'm using a light machine gun, and I don't know if I want to use it against a real good team. So in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, if they're really good, we'll switch classes. But then when I started playing, I was like, wow, these guys are really, really bad. And you're actually going to notice at the end of the game, their scores, and they were bad. I mean, it was pretty embarrassing. And even at the end of the game, they were like, oh guys, we're sorry for talking shit, we're actually pretty bad. They even said, oh, we suck. We suck bad. And I'm actually gonna lower the game volume because my headset actually ran out of battery midway through the game, and then my teammates started talking, and then the enemy team starts talking, so I'm just gonna pretty much mute the whole thing. And I actually have a story that I want to tell you, because before this commentary, I was watching TV, and they were showing something about indoor water parks. That was pretty cool, but I'm not going to talk about that. It kind of reminded me of something that happened when I was 8 years old. And when I was 8 years... Oh, get a triple kill. Yeah, there we go. I think that's 2 triple kills this one game. But yeah, I was watching something on indoor water parks. That was cool. But when I was 8 years old... it was a real hot day. It was like 102 degrees Fahrenheit. I have no idea what that is in Celsius, and I probably should have checked, but it was 102 degrees Fahrenheit, and it was a hot day. I was with my cousin and my neighbor, and we were being babysitted. My cousin was 9 years old at the time, and my neighbor was 10. And my parents were out of town. They were going to come back the same day, but they were out of town. And usually on hot days, I tend to get really sleepy. And I guess my babysitter was the same way, because she ended up falling asleep on the couch. And since it was a real hot day, my neighbor was complaining most of the time. And then he was like, I want to go swimming. And I told him, I don't have a swimming pool. Then he asked me, do you have a slip and slide? And I said, no. And in my old house, every room in the house had tile. And usually when you wet tile, it gets really slippery. So then he's like, well, I have an idea. And apparently my 8-year-old self was like, that's a great idea. Because all of a sudden my cousin and I go through with this plan, and we're getting glasses of water and we're throwing it on the floor. We're throwing it all over the tile. We're throwing a lot of water on the floor, and I realize now that we were pretty much a wasteful group of kids just throwing water on the ground. But yeah, we're throwing it on the floor, and we're like, there we go, now it's gonna be slippery. And when we first tried pretty much sliding around, we didn't get very far, so we were like, no, we need something else. And so we went into the restroom and we got I guess bubble bath soap, and we started throwing it on the floor. We were like, okay, now let's mix it with the water. So we were mixing the soap with the water, and it pretty much got a lot of soap on the floor now. It was real soapy, and now it's real slippery, and now we were just sliding across the floor. I was using socks, and God, I would slide pretty far. And like 3 hours later, we're still doing it. Then finally my parents get home, and oh my God, their reaction, I still remember their exact reaction. They were like, what happened here? And my dad isn't the angry person, he never yells. So when he yelled, I was like, oh shit has gotten real. That's what I felt when my dad finally started yelling, because he never yells. He doesn't even yell now. I could do the worst thing ever and he doesn't yell. But when I did that then, I guess because I was 8 years old and I've never done anything bad until then, pretty much flood my house, he freaked out. So I was scared already when I heard my dad yell. But I was really scared of my mom already, because she's a typical Mexican lady. She has a real bad temper when she's really mad, and she yells a lot. So when she was mad, I was scared. I was terrified. So she started yelling at me. She started yelling at my cousin. She told my neighbor to go home. And then she ended up firing my babysitter right there in front of me. And it was kind of sad, because I had her for like 4 years. I remember that babysitter since I was like 4 years old. So it was kind of crazy that I actually got my babysitter fired. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have with the story. And if you notice, their scores were bad. The enemy team's scores were bad. I have no idea why they were talking shit to us in the first place, but oh well. Alright guys, peace.